Hey, what's up guys, Leafy here, welcome back to a brand new video on the goddamn internet. Hey guys, this is my commentary on Silver Hell and people who say they're stuck in silver. When I say this, I basically mean people who say they're stuck in silver and use excuses like, "Oh my god, I hate silver so much. I play with Elliam friends all the time, and every time I play with him, I top rank like every single game. I should be at least MG. I don't know what the hell is wrong with this stupid rank system. I always get queued with freaking whenever I solo queue. I always get queued with stupid hackers and smurfs. It's so insane. I don't even understand. It's so stupid." And everything else that applies to Silver Hell. And to be completely honest, that's just all bull. Now, surely, if you're in silver and you have internet, then I imagine you've seen tons of people make videos about why silver is hell and how silver sucks and etc. But the reality is, those people making those videos are either A, stupid and don't really know what they're talking about and trying to push across their points without any real analysis, or B, trying to make a video that will be popular by going along with what silvers want to hear. People don't want to have to realize that they actually suck. Now, surely all these YouTubers can't be wrong, but if you take it from really any respectable person outside of Silver Hell, you'll find that they deny it. For example, take Warowl. If anybody should be more understanding of the silver community, being someone who caters and tries to help the silvers, it would be him. I recently met him at a signing session at IM Oakland 2017, and this is what he told me.
Sure. I had a question. So, can you because I want to make a video about Silver Hell and why it's not a real thing. Do you think you could give me or why I don't think it's a real thing, but can you give me a statement on it?
So you're wondering if Silver Hell is a real thing?
And why you think it exists?
Yeah. I've never played inside of Silver, so I don't know, but in my opinion, if you're good enough at the basic mechanics of the game, you can get out of Silver just by wrecking noobs. That's my opinion on it, though. But I've never been in Silver.
At IM Oakland, I also met Stewie2K at a signing session, and he gave me a pretty straightforward answer.
Stewie, you think Silver Hell is real? Because I have a lot of silver friends. No.
Another super popular YouTuber, Cruxal, also recently talked about Silver Hell in one of his Q&A sessions.
Reborn the editor says, do you think Silver Hell is a thing, or do you think people are just bad? I'm gonna sound like a dick here, but you guys are just bad. I've said this before. There's no such thing as Silver Hell. I was a believer in it. It's a lot like the friend zone. You're just a fucking pussy. No, I'm just kidding. But really, you just aren't probably... You're missing one of the three things. Either having a system that can run CSGO properly, which was my issue. I was playing on a Mac, and my frame rate was so bad. No matter how hard I tried, I could only be so good. Number two, you don't take the game seriously. You don't practice. It really is like a sport. If you want to be good at the game, you're going to have to study stuff like my No BS series, not advertising, but I mean, you're going to have to learn the maps, you're going to have to practice on those maps, and you're going to have to practice your aim. Or number three, you just play with shitty people or don't play with people at all. Try to find a group of people that are also taking the game seriously and want to rank up. That's the only way you'll get it.
Certainly, these popular YouTubers and skilled CSGO players must know something about playing the game, so if you refuse to take it from them, you might as well click off this video right now. What I'm trying to convey to you guys is that Silver Hell is not real. And it's really up to you to improve yourself rather than using other excuses as a scapegoat to justify your lacking performance. By believing in Silver Hell, however, you're setting yourself up for failure. In every silver game that I've played in, there are always people who complain about smurfs and hackers and griefers plaguing their every game. It's important to try to understand that people don't really hack all the time. Unless they're outright hitting shots to smoke every single round, then they're probably not hacking, and I always have a rule in not screaming hacker unless I'm super sure that they're doing something super duper shady like hitting headshots to dust to mid doors every single second. When you start calling hacks on the other team, you push your own team in a state of despair and lack of hope before the game's even started. But if you really think about it, if people are hacking all the time, why are they stuck in silver? If anything, there are probably more hackers in Global Elite than there are in silver, and yet people manage to reach and maintain those high ranks themselves. I think it's really important for people to get rid of the mentality of, the system sucks and I'm already good. Because first of all, no, you're not good. If you're saying things like, I'm stuck in silver because of Silver Hell, then there's a bigger problem that you're missing, and that often just comes down to a lack of skill. When you blame the system, you're really just planting yourself in the same spot and refusing to let yourself change and grow and improve. Because, quote unquote, you're already the best and playing leaps and bounds about what your MM rank is, right? Understandably, this is difficult for a lot of people to grasp, because as I said earlier, people don't want to accept that they're bad at something that they spent so many hours on. But in the wise words of Cruxal,
no, you're not stuck in silver because your teammates are all shitty despite your amazing aim and game sense. You suck at the game, and you can't aim. That's not me being a dick, that's me helping you really embrace the suck. Embrace suck.
In order to help with this mentality, people also need to learn to take criticism from others. Whenever I spot something that my teammate is doing that might hurt our performance, I always try to call it out. Of course, in nearly every single example, they just end up releasing their Sol theme and streaming,
"Oh my god, shut up! You're so big! You have like negative 12 kills. Just go kill yourself. You're just in silver too. You're literally worse than me. Oh my god."
even if I have good performance in that game. In taking criticism, one needs to remember that having a few less kills than you in a game out of thousands of kills and hundreds of games played doesn't necessarily mean that they're worse than you, and even if they are, it's easy for someone to see something from an unbiased third-person point of view, rather than when you yourself are making the mistake. That's why pure grading writing assignments at school is so effective. As well, lack of ability to execute doesn't equate to lack of knowledge. On a similar note, people often just complain about others' mistakes and call them bad instead of actually helping them. Both of these examples can ruin the team mentality and make everyone play worse. Unless you have something constructive to say, I recommend you keep it to yourself and add it to your salt castle later. Every person needs to be offering constructive criticism more often, and people need to learn to take it better. Moving on to my final point, yes, silver is cancerous and it does have cancerous people, and there are going to be smurfs and hackers. But the same goes for every single game and every single rank. After all, we're talking about virtual video games on the internet where there's zero consequences for people when they act cancerously. When you meet cancerous people, there's just nothing you can do about it, except one thing: don't reciprocate the cancer yourself. In Cruxal's video about mentality, he mentioned that you should only worry about things that you can control, because there's really no point in getting tilted about something that you can't change. There's only one way you can control how cancerous your game is, and that's not to be the source of it. Oftentimes, my friends or even myself can just be in a bad mood and end up spoiling the game for everyone else, and that can just happen. But if you can help yourself and your team by having a positive mentality and taking it seriously, that means you're more likely to have a better game. Overall, people need to understand that Silver Hell is not real, and start worrying about their own ability rather than the accused hackers and smurfs of this game. Complaining about these things does no good and literally makes your team worse off when you do. People in Silver also need to realize that they aren't Stewie2K and start playing smart instead of running around claiming to be the next messiah of the NACS pro scene. Unless you live in Europe. Once you've embraced the suck, you have to learn how to take criticism and have a positive attitude to help you boost your team mentality and try to be a bit less cancerous. As the last mention, we need to remember that there are people outside of Silver, and that should exist as a reminder that it is possible to get out. Very possible. You just need to learn to work with the system, even if it is stupid, and work hard until you get what you want. Thanks for watching.
Screw this video. Silver is hell.